is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with the sword destruction. Call Halayim La, Abanawa, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak, Chodash. Double honor to the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Akim out there on the highways and the byways. Salutations to the hopeful elect. Salutations to you speckled birds, you Israelite foreigners. And shalom to the Akwaf, sitting and listening in silence as the scriptures say to do so. Micah chapter 2, verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with the sword destruction. So we're supposed to mentally and spiritually depart from Babylon the Great. Okay? This place was not constructed for us to prosper, for us to have great abundance, wealth, pleasures. Okay? All the things that, Babylon, gives you a delusion of having. To have a piece of the devil's pie, man. This place is a nightmare. Okay? It's literally hell, on earth, man. Everything about this place, everything about the world in general is literally for your downfall, man. Okay? Period, man. Everything, that this man does, the way he governs the earth, is not for your benefit. Okay? The air that we breathe has toxins. The chemicals that we eat are not food. Okay? The usury, the taxation, everything, man. You're nothing but a slave here, man. That's all. Salakia, the devil, as always, booted me out of my live. So let me make sure I'm live. Let me check real quick, man. God damn, man. It's always something, man. Always something. Salakia. Me out of my live. So let me make sure I'm live. Let me check real quick, man. Calm. The water. Read that again. Micah chapter 2, verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. So we got to arise and depart because this is not our rest, man. This place is set up for us, to be punished. This is captivity. We're literally in bondage. Okay, the physical chains are gone, but the mental chains are still on our people. They're still cleaving to the word black, Hispanic, Native and Seminole Indian. Okay, the customs of this world, man. Okay? Period, man. So nothing about Babylon the Great should have you in love with this world, should have you comfortable, embracing this place. Okay? We pray for the downfall of this place, for this place to be destroyed, man. So we can have vengeance upon our enemies, man. For the Lord to bring forth justice, man. The real justice, man. Okay? Because we're damn sure not going to get it from our adversaries, man. Point blank period, man. Okay? Let's jump here real quick. Rolling in the spirit. Abanawa Ratazah is edifying, man. Okay? Because this place is hell, man. This is Hebrews chapter 11, verse 16. But now they desire a better country that is in heavenly, where the Most High is not ashamed to be called their power. For he hath prepared for them a city, and that's what we're waiting for. We're waiting for Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai to destroy this place and put us back on high, to put us back in our holy land, man. Okay? For us to have those new bodies, for us to, walk righteously, man, upon the earth. For us to, never go off. For us to be reconnected with Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. Okay? So, Babylon the Great was not made for us to prosper and made for us to have success. To have a certain type of tax bracket amongst this society, man. Which, the riches of this world is abominable. They're filth. It's nothing compared to what we're going to have in the kingdom, man. Nothing. We're going to have ownership and dominion of the earth. Again, we're going to be put in our rightful positions. The heathen's going to be put in their rightful positions, man. We're never going to go off. These weak, corruptible bodies that we're in right now, they get sick, they get weak. You know, we're not going to have bodies like this. We're going to have bodies that's always going to, prosper. Okay? Literally, man. So it's only right. Everything is temporal right now. Everything is temporal right now. Okay? So let's grab this, man. Because, man, this place is hell, man. Everybody's going through something, but you know what? It's for our benefit. Okay? It's for our benefit to go through the things that we go through right now for improvement. Okay? For us to, receive the chastisement of Yahweh Shem Yahweh, which is of love, for us to grow, for us to prosper. Okay? And this is why. This is one of the reasons why, Salakia. This is 1 Corinthians 11, verse 32. But when we are judged, we are chastened of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh, that we should not be condemned with the world. Because for us to be condemned with the world, that's what? That's judgment. That's death. That's no mercy, no pity. The Lord's not going to spare. So the chastisement that we go through right now, which is hell, which is anguish and all types of things, man. Hey, man, it's for our benefit. Because when the Lord judges this place, it's going to be, all out bloodshed. Again, the Lord's not going to have mercy. He's not going to spare. He's not going to have pity. None of those things, man. So for us to go through the things that we go through right now, again, first and foremost, it's love from the Lord, man. And again, it's for our benefit and for us to be improved, man. For us to examine ourselves and walk accordingly. Okay? And furthermore, for us to walk how Yahweh Shem Yahweh intended for us to walk, man. And that's why we must look at things spiritual and not carnal, man. Okay? Period, man. Again, 1 Corinthians 11, verse 32. But when we are judged, so when we are judged from and by Yahweh Shem Yahweh, it's out of love. And it's also something that needs to be stripped from us, man. Okay, so we can, continue to walk accordingly, man. We are chastened of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh, that we should not be condemned with the world. So we shall not be condemned with the world, because again, this world is the judgments is going to be on high. It's going to be the righteous indignation from and by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh, His fury, man, poured out. And we don't want no smoke. We don't want no parts of that, man. Okay? Again, we want to be on the right-hand side of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh to receive mercy, to receive consideration, to receive a hedge, protection, guidance, all the things that we're going to need in the very future, man. Okay, and right now we're being prepared, Lord willing, to be partakers of that, man. And to prove what I said, let's jump back to Hebrews. Just to prove what I said, This is Hebrews chapter 12, verse 6. For whom Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh loveth, he chasteneth and scourgeth every son whom he receive. If ye endure chastening, the Most High dealeth with you as sons. It's like the Most High dealeth with you as sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons. So just look at that, man. Because when your kids go off, if you have kids, if you, raise kids, when your kids go off, you whip their ass. Because you want them to be better than what you was. You don't want them to go through the same things that you went through, man. Okay? And it also states in the book of Proverbs, if you hold back the rod of a correction from your child, you don't love them. When you, personal example, man, I've got a lot of ass whoopings. And it kept my ass out of jail. It kept me from, getting a record. It kept me from doing certain things. Okay? And I applied the same thing to my kids, man. And that was actually a problem dealing with my ex-demon, me whooping my kids. Like, she looked at me and her family like I was a damn demon for whooping my kids. And it's beneficial for you to whoop your kids. It's in the scriptures, man. So the Lord whoops our ass, man. That keeps us in line, to keep us in check, to keep us on our toes, man. So we go through hell, for our benefit from the Lord. The Lord chastises us for our benefit. You might be doing something, or you might not see something that you need to recognize in yourself, and the Lord is showing you that, man. Okay? Period, man. And that's, something that, you got to take, man. Salakia. Because, we have a beautiful blessing, man. This is a very, very beautiful blessing from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. That we have, man, because, he considered us and he has awoken us and given us this knowledge, this wisdom, this understanding. We know the answers to everything, man. So we need to walk, accordingly, man, how Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai intended for us to walk, man. We're severed and set apart from the people in our nations and definitely from the heathen, man. Okay, so we should know how to go about things correctly. And that's why, again, we look at things spiritually. We examine things spiritually. We think spiritually. We conduct ourselves spiritually to the best of our ability in this weak, corruptible flesh, man. Okay? Because, again, this is a blessing, man. This is a true blessing, man. And that's why we have to examine ourselves. Matter of fact, let's grab that. It's another one I wanted to get. This came to mind, too, but I'll grab this one real quick. That's Second Corinthians chapter 13, verse 5. Examine yourselves, whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves, how that Yahushua Hamashiach is in you, except ye be reprobates. And that's something that we have to continuously apply, man. Examine yourself. Examine. That's not a one-time thing. That's something that we have to continually do and continually apply, man. Okay? Always have in your mind, where did I come short at today? What do I need to improve on? Okay? How can I be better than I was today and move forward on the next day? Okay? We should always be growing, okay, more and more, okay? And in order for us to do that, we have to examine ourselves, because if we don't want to examine ourselves, we don't want the Lord to do it for us, man. Because, again, that also shows that we have a careless, lazy spirit. And we can't be careless and lazy, damn sure not in life, and damn sure not in this truth, man. Okay? So we have to apply these precepts. Why do you think, David said, I meditate upon thy precepts, man? Okay, so when you meditate upon the precepts, okay, one thing you're going to be doing is you're going to be examining yourself. You're going to be proving yourself if you're really about this truth, or are you faking the funk? And amongst other things too, man. That's something that has to be done. Okay? 2 Corinthians 13, verse 5. Examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith. Okay? Am I really about this faith? Am I really, showing the fruits of repentance? Am I really showing the Lord that I'm sincere? Am I really, practicing what I'm preaching? And, first and foremost, I'm saying this to me before I say it to any of you Aki and Akwaf. I'm looking at me doing these videos. Okay? Period, man. And, as a prophet, Adawan Ratazah, I can't be hypocritical and tell the beloved, worshipers that seek to be fed something that I'm not doing. Okay? Because, you're all seeking to be fed. You're all seeking to learn, to grow, to prosper in this truth, man, to do what's acceptable and pleasing to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, and we have a position as the men, his spokesman, his mouthpiece, to feed you. We look at this truth as our real meal. Matter of fact, let's go to Job real quick. Let's go to Job real quick and let's grab this. This is the book of Job, chapter 23, and I'm going to go straight to the point, verse 12. Neither have I gone backward from the commandment of his lips. I have esteemed the words of his mouth, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai's mouth, more than my necessary food. Okay, because Yahweh Shai also stated in the book of St. Matthew, chapter 4, verse 4, that the words of the Lord, matter of fact, we'll just grab it. We'll hold that, and we'll just grab it real quick. Let's let the Bible talk. St. Matthew chapter 4, verse 4. But he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. So we look at this Bible, these words of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, as our first four-course meal. Okay, this is everything to us, man. Okay, all the answers, everything that we need to have comfort, to be informed, the prophecies, our history, everything is right here in this Bible, man. Okay, so we esteem this high above everything. You know, more than bread, more than water. You know, this is the living water. This is what we thirst for daily, man. Is this truth, man? This is what puts us at ease. This is what comforts us. This is what let's grab another precept, man. Salaki, let's just grab another precept. Let's let the Bible talk. Okay, so this is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 16. Let's back up what I'm speaking about, and let's back up the precepts. Okay? Wisdom of Solomon 16, verse 26. That thy children, O Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, whom thou lovest, may know that it is not the growing of fruits that nourisheth man. Okay, so it's not just the growing of fruits, vegetables, water, etc. that nourisheth man. That's not the main thing that gives us the benefits to move on. You know, continuing on, that it is not the growing of fruits that nourisheth man, but that it is thy word which preserveth them that put their trust in thee. Okay, so the real believers, the true worshipers, is going to put their trust in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai first and foremost, man. And you know, also too, they're going to have that fear, because to fear the Lord is the beginning of understanding. Okay, and that's how you receive the knowledge. That's how the Lord unlocks the understanding within you, man. Because we understand that it is His words that nourisheth us, man. That help us move forward daily. That help us get by in this nightmare, this hellhole, man. Because this place is vexing, man. Everything about America is vexing, man. Because as it states, again, let's let the Bible talk. Let's let the Bible talk. Because this is, you know, it's a beautiful gift, man. And as Yahweh Shai stated, the truth shall set thee free, man. But with this truth and with more growing, the more we're edified, the more we learn, this also occurs. Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 18. For in much wisdom is much grief. And he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow. Again, Ecclesiastes verse 1, it's like chapter 1, verse 18. For in much wisdom is much grief. So in much wisdom is much grief. Because why? We understand what's going on. We understand how wicked the so-called self-proclaimed white man is. We understand that everything around us was constructed and made for us to suffer, for us to die slowly. Again, the air that we breathe. All these things that is done is for our downfall, man. The chemicals, which is not fucking food that we eat, is slowly killing us. Us working every single day until, you know, you're not going to see no fucking retirement, man. You're not going to be, and they're putting it up more and more. Okay, it was 67. Now they want it to be 7. They don't want you to receive retirement, man. They want you to work until you die, man. Okay, you don't pay a bill. Usury is applied. Okay, this place is constructed by the damn devil for you not to be comfortable, for you not to be happy. So how in the fuck can you be happy in America, in Babylon the Great? How? So in all this wisdom that we get, and we know the game plan of the devil, we know the end game, which, you know, everything keeps us comfort, man. The Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai gives us comfort, man. So we're cleaving onto something that is a guarantee that's going to happen. And we just hope and pray expeditiously, if I'm saying it correctly, that the Lord brings forth more prophecies and bring forth the downfall of our adversaries, man. You know? We're tired of being tired, but we're humble. We're committed. We're in subjection, submission to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. Why? Because we believe, man. We have faith. Okay? Again, Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 18, for in much wisdom is much grief. And he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow. So us that increase this knowledge, we increase sorrow, man, because we see the mindset of our people, man. But you know, a lot of our people are damn demons, man. And judgment is way overdue. Not only for the adversaries, but also our people, man. Okay, this truth has been flourishing upon the earth for over 60 years, man. Okay, you cannot say that you don't know about the Hebrew Israelites, who you truly are. Okay, but also we know and understand that the Lord controls every single man on the earth. The Lord is only going to inform those that he has predestinated to inform. We understand that because when you, myself per se, when I first came to truth, you know, I was green. You know, I wanted all Israel to be saved, which all Israel shall and will be saved in the kingdom. That's when our nation will be established and built up. But right now it's about the elect, which we hope and pray to be. Okay? But when I first came in per se, you know, green, you know, I want all Israel to be saved. But the more you grow, as we just read, he that increaseth in knowledge. Okay? So when you increase in knowledge, you understand why the Lord is going to do this, why the Lord is going to do that. And you understand that our people need and deserve judgment, man. Period, man. Okay? But again, let's get back to the precepts, man. Salaki for being long with it. Let's get back to the precepts. Let's grab this. Because, you know, even though we're in hell, even though this place is a nightmare, we have a benefit. We have something that, you know, nobody else has. Not even 2/3 of our people. This is the book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 12, verse 9. Therefore we also, albeit we need none of these things. So we need none of the things of the world. We don't need, you know, anything else but Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Period. That's the answer. Period. No plan B's, no plan C's. All we need is Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. And if you don't believe that, why are you here? Why are you wasting your time, man? Go back into the world, man. Okay? Therefore, we also, albeit, we need none of these things, for that we have the holy books of scriptures in our hands to comfort us. So the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai comfort us, man. That's all we need, man. You know, when we having a hard day, we going through hell, the heathens is acting up, being proudful, whatever it is, man. Meditate upon thy precepts, man. Remember this, remember that. The Lord said this, the Lord said that. That should bring you comfort, man. Okay? That should always bring you comfort, and you understand that we're here to be punished, man. You know, corrected. You know, this place is not, and also too, only two nations, which is the Edomites and us, are going to have complete dominion over the earth. And right now it's Esau's time. The basis of men is on top. And you know, this is the worst captivity that we have been in, man. You know, we knew who we were in every other captivity. Our people don't know who they are in this captivity. We actually had real food in other captivities. We actually breathed actual air, drunk actual water. You know, you have to go to a fucking grocery store to pay for food that was freely given to us from and by Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, man. This devil, this fucking devil, okay, markets everything. You have to purchase everything in this society, man. How could you be comfortable, man? For water, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Because we deal with this, man. Okay, and it also shows the mentality of the true believers and the true worshipers, man. Lord willing, we are those vessels that come back in every captivity to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Okay? Let's grab this. You know, we hitting the button, man. We just rolling in the spirit. I don't want to rock this eye. It's edifying, man. You know? This is 1 John chapter 2, verse 15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. So how could you love this world? The only thing we love about this world is that the words of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai are being declared on the earth. That's it. That's it. You know, our true family that we're being reunited with, reconnected with. That's it. Okay, but everything else about this world is evil, perverse, abominable, vile. Okay, so how could you love this place? How could you want to partake and indulge in this place, man? Okay? Because you're wicked. You ain't right. Okay? And you're going to receive the same judgment as the devil, 2/3 of our people, and these heathens, man. Which we can't wait to see, man. Okay? Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. So if you love this world, you're not of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, you're of the devil. Okay, what did Yahweh Shai say? Ye are of your father the devil, man. St. John chapter 8, verse 44. Okay? And for what Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai that we were awoken out of being in the world, man. Because we were always seeking the truth. We was always seeking answers. Okay? I know I was, and I'm pretty sure you beloved Aki and Wa Akwaf was seeking answers. You wanted to know who the hell you was. You knew that you wasn't no damn black person. You know, because even the devil mocks you stupid, simple Negroes, and you just act like he's not doing it. He put in the movie Malcolm X the definitions of black and white, and you still cleave on to it. We give you the history, the meaning of a lot of things in this truth. And that's why it's always good to go into the meaning of words. So we can know, as prophets, Adawan Ratazah, what the hell we're talking about. Okay? And just like Amerigo Vespucia, Leo Scipio Africanus, we give you the definitions of all that thing. So if you say you're African American, so you descend, Salakia, from two so-called white people. And for the simple fact of the matter is, how come our nationality, whether it be so-called black, so-called Hispanic, Native and Seminole Indians, how come our nationalities change every 10 to 20 years? And you simple, okay, Babylonians, I'm not going to call you Israelites, Babylonians still cleave on to what your daddy tells you you are. If your daddy told you was a kite, you would probably cleave on to that. Well, I guess I'm a kite. I'm the coolest kite flying in the land, brother. 1 John chapter 2, verse 16. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father, but of the world. It's not of the Father, but of the world. Salakia. Because everybody has a covetous spirit here, man. Everybody's carnal, okay? And highly emotional, unstable, man. Okay? And that's going to lead to a lot of mayhem, which is of prophecy. You got to go through hell to get to heaven. We have to go through all these things that are going to be that are prophesied in our Bible to reach glory, to reach salvation. These things must and will occur. Okay? You know, as it states in the book of Timothy, which, let's grab that real quick. Instead of me speaking on, let's go and just grab it. Which we see these things happening right now. We see these things occurring, being brought forth. This is 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. And those things are coming, man. You got the benefits from the government, which everybody's talking about. And that's the main talk is the EBT. That's been the talk for a whole month with these social media influencers making all these videos on EBT. And you got the housing program, which is Section 8. They're only giving you 2 years now if you're on the program to get yourself together. All these benefits that have been given to you by the government are being stripped away, mainly from you women. Okay, which we know, and which more than likely, probably not all, but maybe a good percentage of these Edomites, so like these so-called white people that look like Edomites, are more likely Jakes or other nations. Okay, and also too, that we do know that Edomites, are the biggest, welfare state, especially those people that claim to be us in our land. Those are the biggest welfare recipients in on the earth in general. Okay, it's not Jake. Okay. Continuing on, 2 Timothy 3 verse 2, for men shall be lovers of their own selves. And we seeing this right now. Everybody loves their own selves. You go on any social media platform, which is kind of weird to see a fucking man taking a lot of pictures of himself, posting it and shit, posing all types of shit. To be honest with you, you a faggot. That's stuff women do. Because you'll go to a woman's, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, whatever. You'll go to a woman's platform on that social media site, and you'll always see a great abundance of pictures of women taking pictures of herself. And that's, again, we're seeing these things. Everybody's about themselves, man. There's no consideration, no compassion for anybody else but themselves, man. Everybody's selfish, okay? For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, okay, as I just read into you in 1 John chapter 2, verse 15 on down. Everybody has a covetous spirit. Okay, everybody has a spirit of greedy gain. Okay, by any means necessary. Okay, that's the spirit of a lot of you people here in America, man. Okay, covetous, boosters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy. We're seeing all these things occur right now, man. You've seen a lot of boasters boasting in themselves, putting themselves in the truth. General Yohana, okay, Bishop Nathaniel, okay, all these people putting themselves on a pedestal and not Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, man. Okay, the Pegatron. Okay, all these, everybody wants to be somebody, man. When you ain't shit, you ain't shit. Okay, but everybody wants to be somebody. All right, and I will not, say Salaki for the language I'm using and everything. If you don't like it, just unsubscribe. Go watch somebody else, man. Speaking the truth, raw and uncut, man. Okay, blasphemers. They blaspheme the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah left and right, man. Okay, especially the devil, man. Okay, he's the main one that showed you the way how to do it, man. The image, the name, all these things, man. We spoke about it at camp. This past week, the devil put up, these little butt-naked angels with little wings and stuff. Like, come on, man. Made God laying down, touching the finger and all that stuff, butt-naked. Like, come on, man. And y'all want to believe this? Like, man, goodness gracious, man. Disobedient to parents, man. We see these little YNs, these little nigglets in training, highly disobedient to parents, man. Rebellious. Okay, nobody wants to submit to authority, man. But you'll submit to the devil. But when it comes to your kids and everybody else, that nobody wants to submit to order, man. Everybody's unruly. Okay, out of order. All right, unthankful. Did a lesson maybe last week or the week before. You hold the door open for somebody, they won't even say thank you. And you got people executing people for situations like that. Okay, the Lord is putting the spirit on a lot of people to do a lot of things, and did a lesson today. A recap actually. The broad that executed her manager, stabbed her manager up. Because she was in her emotions, her feelings. Instead of going to the higher ups in HR, reporting it and documenting those events. Everybody's highly emotional, highly unstable, man. Okay? As it says, the love of many shall wax cold. There is no love, man. Okay? That's been out the window 10 years ago, man. There is no love. Again, everybody's only worried about themselves, man. Okay? Unholy. I don't got to break that down. We see that. We see what everybody's about. Okay, you go to a restaurant, you order some food, let's say you go through a drive-thru. You come up to the damn window, you got a fucking transformer handing you your food. And then they get mad at you, you say, oh, thank you, sir. I'm not a sir. You look like a fucking man to me. You know, all types of, just wickedness. It's just flourishing upon the earth, man. Matter of fact, let's grab that, man. You know, this place, man, this is hell, man. This is hell. How could you enjoy this place, man? You know, how could you enjoy this place, man? This place is literally hell. This is second Esdras chapter 15, verse. I'm gonna start off at verse. Matter of fact, I'm just go straight to the point. Verse 6. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. And that's all we're seeing is wickedness prosper, man. You know, this devil is literally showing you, he's at the point like, F it. I'm going to do what I want to do. Who going to stop me? You? You ain't going to stop me. That's the mindset of this devil. You got Amalek over there, basically, which is, the actual truth. Like, why are y'all shocked or surprised that we're out here, committing genocide amongst the Palestinians? Why are y'all shocked? Which is actually the truth is that's something that we did. Our people, the Lord told our people to do that. To take people out, especially going back to the land. Okay? And they're actually, standing on, something that we used to do that they're doing. But they're the devil. And you shouldn't be surprised at, the so-called white race to do this. This is what they do. This is literally what they do. The Lord gave them the blessing of the sword to do this. So, people shouldn't be shocked that the so-called self-proclaimed white man is out here committing genocide. That should be, they've been doing this. History shows you that they've been doing it. Why are you people shocked? He is as death. Okay, he'll tell you, oh, we're all equal, but I'm in charge. That's the mindset. Okay, no problem, master. We all equal. And that's why you got these stupid Israelites saying that we're supposed to love our brother. We equal. Niggas are simple, man. You niggas are simple, man. And that's why you deserve what the Lord is going to bring forth upon you, man. So you shouldn't be shocked. Revelation chapter 6, verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. Is this place peaceful? Is this place peaceful? You want to go to another land, you want to go out of America, you have to ask for permission from your daddy. Can you go? Oh, don't owe no Title 4D, which is child support. Don't have no debt because you ain't going nowhere, nigga. We need our money. We need our cheese. You can't leave the country until you pay us. So how are you free? How are you free? You have to ask another nation, another man, if you can go out the country. You have to, if you want to do something, let's say you own property, which you don't own, you literally have to, if after you pay for the house, you don't own the property, you don't own the house, because if you don't pay the taxes, they can take your house from you. So how in the fuck do you own anything? How? If you don't pay your taxes on your vehicle, if you own your vehicle, you can't register and get new plates. Which you really technically don't need a license to even operate a vehicle. If you do your research on that, you technically need a license to drive for employment. And employment, the plantation, that's slavery. And then when you work, you get your check. You got stuff taken out of your check. They're not supposed to touch your wages. You're not supposed to be paying taxes off your wages. And furthermore, in the scriptures, you're supposed to get paid every day after you work. There's no peace in this place, man. Again, you're eating chemicals. You're not eating food. You go outside, you're breathing all types of toxins that's been sprayed in the air. You got to pay for water. We got to pay for stuff that was freely given to us, man. Again, you don't have any say-so. If you can leave, you have to ask for permission for everything that you do here. How is this peace? How is this comfort? out to take peace from the earth, and they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. And that sword is not just only the physical sword, which today is the gun, but it's also this. It's also this pen. It's also him writing his unrighteous decrees. Let's prove it. Salaki, let's prove it. Let's let the Bible talk, man. Let's prove it. You know? Everybody talking about they woke. You niggas ain't woke. The only ones that's really woke is the worshipers, the true believers of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? We're the only ones that's truly woke. Because we have the answers. All right? This is Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1. Woe unto them, death, destruction. Okay? Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, that they write grievousness which they have prescribed. And you know why everybody's feuding about EBT, this and that, and this. They in the shadows writing up more decrees. You know, when all that shit died down, you find out October 13th or October 3rd, whichever date it is, that now what you've been doing, they're going to be taking money out of your paycheck to fund retirement for the Jewish soldiers that retire. You're going to be paying for it. So while everybody's talking about EBT and all this other stuff, they're in the back writing up decrees that you have technically already been paying for. You've already been paying for this stuff, but now they have it in writing. Every time they have kids over there, every time the Jewish people have kids, you're funding it. You're paying for it. So how was this place peace? This is hell. We pay for all the everything. Every kid they have is coming out your pocket. They have a bank account, not only for the kid, but also for the mother. And you pay for it. You pay for it. Your tax dollars pay for it. So how do you think that they come here and they automatically, at the age of 18, 19, they come from our land, they come here to Babylon the Great, and they open up all these businesses? How? With your money. Okay? With your money. But everybody's worried about, you know, the government benefits. Get off your ass and do something, man. But all that's going to come to an end, man. All that's going to come to an end. And again, while you're out here, you know, worried about this, worried about that, all these draconian laws are being written up. Okay? And you never, and Jake, the Constitution, all these things that were written up was not for you. You don't have no benefits in this society. You don't have no rights. You know what the devil tells you? And what he's been showing you, you have the right to shut the hell up and do what I tell you to do. You're my slave. I own you. Why do you think you have a social security card and a birth certificate? You're born with debt. Okay, when your mother, because that's the main person they hand that documentation to, is your mother, when she signs under informant. So she's informing the elites that I have birthed you another slave. I have birthed you another possession. Your property. That's what he wants you to realize, and that's what he wants you to know. But in actual reality, we know we're property of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And we're going to show it, Lord willing. Okay? What do I want to grab? Oh yeah, Salakia. Got me pissed over here, man. I'm pissed. Matter of fact, before we grab that, let's grab this. This place, man, this is a nightmare, man. But we deal with it because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is with us, man. And we understand, man. You know? This is 2 Peter chapter 2. Chapter 2, I'm going to start off at verse... Verse 8. I'm going to go straight to verse 8. 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 8. For that righteous man dwelling among them, in seeing and hearing, vex his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds, man. So, you know, it's a part of, again, of prophecy, man, that, the worshipers, the true believers, the ones that seek righteousness, we're going to be vexed by the conversation and the doings of the wicked, man. You know? And it's something that we have to, just deal with and endure. Because we know the end game. We know what's going to occur and be brought forth, man. As Yahweh Shah said, those that endure to the end shall be saved, man. So we just pray to endure to the end, to hopefully be a part of that first resurrection, man. To have a seat in the chariot, to have a crown waiting for us, man. To know what we're doing is pleasing and acceptable to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, man. Okay? Point blank period, man. All right? Again, 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 8. For that righteous man dwelling among them, okay, dwelling among the wicked, okay, the wicked, the actual wicked, the 2/3 of our people, the heathen, because everything about this place is wicked, is abominable, is filthy. The way this man governs and runs the earth is completely out of order, man. Completely. Again, everything has a price. Nothing in this world, that saying is very true. Nothing in this world is free, man. Nothing. For those that sold out in the truth, and for those that actually sold out to be celebrities, singers, actors, etc., you had to bend over and literally take it. And not only that, you have to continue to prove your alliance. So not only did you have to do something to get the AOK to receive a certain tax bracket, a certain type of status, you have to continue to prove yourself. All right? It's not a one and done when it comes to the devil. Okay? It's a one and continue. All right? For that righteous man dwelling among them, and seeing and hearing, vex his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful works. It's like an unlawful deeds, man. Okay? And again, that's why, we conduct ourselves in a manner according to the scriptures, man. We take heed and hearken to the guidelines of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? And, we're continuously being sanctified and purified by the word, man. And that's something that's very profitable and beneficial for us, man. Okay? But again, man, this place is, the mirth is ceasing. That delusion of joy, of pleasure that you people have is being stripped, man. Because, this man, he wants dominion over you. He wants to know your thoughts. He wants to know how you're feeling. He wants complete dominion of your soul, man. Just having a birth certificate, a social security card is not enough. Now, I want to be inside you. I want to know your every thought, your every move. I want to know everything that you're doing. So you got to take this CHIP if you want to be a part of my new society. Okay? You have to denounce Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai and acknowledge me as your God. Because this man believes in his corruptible mind that he's above Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And everything that he's done and he continues to do, he believes he's done it better than Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. He's literally showing all nations and you stupid jakes that he's above the Lord. That's the mentality of this man. When he's the basis of man, the only nation without melanin. Okay? Everything hates this man. Okay, literally the people over there in our land, they had the highest rate of skin cancer. So this man can't even really go outside in the summertime, in the time of good weather per se, without SPF 187, SPF 666 to walk around. And what do you think all those people coming up missing? What do you think one of the main things he's doing with these people coming up missing? Yeah, he's doing rituals. He's doing all types of things, but one of the main things he's doing is what? He's taking your melanin. Okay? And obviously our organs, because we must not forget this devil is our brother. Okay? And all it's one dude that's in Congress. I forgot the dude's name. He's a pure Satan. He's just Satan. He's had I can't remember exactly how many heart transplants he's had. But he's had a great abundance of heart transplant. And guess the hearts that he's taken? Jake. All Jake. And he literally, shows his hatred towards our people, which we know. But all his heart transplants have been from Jake. It might, I think it's another one, but he's one of them. It's another dude that's in Congress. It's another one. I can't remember exactly his name, but Salakia for the long run. Let me hit this real quick. This is Isaiah 24. I've been going for 48 minutes, man. That's how you can tell I'm pissed, man. I'm pissed. Hey, man, for you beloved Aki and Wa Aqua tuning in, and also for you beloved Aki and Wa Aqua is probably going to tune in later, man. I don't want to rock the Zah, man. It boosts your spirit and it was edifying. This is Isaiah 24, and I'm going to start off at verse 4. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The hardy people of the earth do languish. Okay, so the Lord's going to bring, he's going to take away those pleasures, those delights. He's going to put the spirit on this devil to really show you who he truly is. Okay, to back up his prophets from telling you that the man that's in rulership right now, has you people in a delusion, man. Order out of chaos. He brings the chaos and then brings the order. The wars, he starts and he funds. Okay? The little necessities that he gives you, he's going to take. They're the victim villain, as the beloved Elder Malcolm always states. Okay, these people are the villains and also playing the victim. Okay, you can't be both. Okay, you can't be both. And very soon, the Lord's going to show you who's the villain. Okay? Verse 5, the earth also is defiled under the habitations thereof. The earth is defiled, man. This man is destroying the earth, man. Destroying the earth, man. Look at the condition of the earth. We're not the only ones out here crying and sighing, man. Matter of fact, let's prove it. Okay, everything is crying and sighing with us, man. You got the beasts of the field, the fowls of the air, insects, trees. Everything is crying out, man. This man has to be put down, man. Has to. This is Romans chapter 8, starting off at verse 18. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. So, we go through hell, in this captivity, which is, a great, this is the worst captivity that we have gone through. But what we have being prepared for us, man, right now it can't be expressed, man. Lord willing, I just can't wait to experience it, man. Because as also stated, let's hold that, Salakia, let's hold that. Let's back it up with a precept. Because it was shown what was going to be given to us in the book of Numbers through a heathen. Let me grab that real quick. I don't want to rot to Zah. Bear with me. Let me get to it. It was revealed, and it was so beautiful that the heathen wanted to be an Israelite. He wanted to partake of the judgments, the affliction that we were going to go through, just to receive that blessing that's going to be given to us, man. Okay? So let me grab that real quick. I believe that's Numbers 23. Let me see real quick. Bear with me. All right, yeah, I'm gonna read all this because this, it goes into it just to, bring more content to it. So this is Numbers 23. I'm gonna start off at verse 5. And Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, put a word in Baalam's mouth and said, return unto Balak. And I believe these are Moabites. And what you know, man, you fucking Moabites, I put you in my fucking pocket, you little bastards. I can't stand you Moabites, man. I cannot stand you, man. You're proud too, man. I can't, man, I can't. Hey, look, man, I'm gonna be fucking my slaves up. Okay? So I don't know what Elder Zabak was talking about, like we just gonna be fucking. I'm gonna be fucking my slaves up. Okay? I don't know what type of what. Let me calm down. Let me calm down. But something is wrong with y'all, man. Something is really wrong with you so-called Israelites that claim you in the truth. Okay? Salah. Numbers 28, verse 5 again. And Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, put a word in Baalam's mouth, and said, return unto Balak, and thus thou shalt speak. And he returned unto him, and lo, he stood by his burnt sacrifice, he and all the princes of Moab. And he took up his parable and said, Balak, the king of Moab, he brought me from Aram out of the mountains of the east, saying, come curse me Jacob, and come defy Israel. How shall I curse whom the Most High have not cursed? Or how shall I defy whom Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai have not defiled? So you heathens have been at our neck from the beginning, man. And you mean to tell me you Israelites claim that we're not going to have vengeance upon our adversaries? That they're going to be part of our blessing? Have you lost your fucking mind? What is wrong with you niggas, man? How could you sell out for any number of Federal Reserve notes just to have a delusion of exemption when judgment, so like when persecution is going to be brought upon us, man? Do you not believe that the Lord is going to have our back? Do you not believe that the Lord is going to uplift a standard for us? What you're selling out for now in this captivity has nothing compared to what's going to be given to us in the kingdom. We're going to have dominion over the earth, man. We're going to have new bodies, man. We're going to rule forever. And you're going to punk up right now. For much, as we read in Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 18, for much knowledge is much grief, man. Verse 9, Numbers 23, verse 9. From the top of the rocks I see them. Listen to this vision. From the top of the rocks I see him, and from the hills behold him. Lo, the people shall dwell alone, and shall not be reckoned among the nations. So the nations is not going to dare to F with Israel after this captivity. They're going to be put in their place. Fear is going to be placed upon them, brought upon them, however you want to state it, man. They're going to know not to mess with Israel. They're going to know that we are the Lord's chosen people, man. They're going to know and finally realize in their perverse minds that they better stay in line. They better do as they told. Okay? Continuing on. Who can count the dust of Jacob and the number of the fourth part of Israel? And this is a heathen saying this, man. Listen what else he said. Let me die the death of the righteous, and let my last end be like his. So the Lord let this heathen see the glory of our estate that we're about to receive. And it was so beautiful. It was so, words can express right now the vision that he saw. That's going to be given to us. That he wanted to partake of our judgment. So how could you sell out? How could you literally forget? What does it say in Romans 15, verse 4? Things that are written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience of the scriptures might have hope, comfort. How could you bow to the devil Because you weak. You a sucker. Man, the Lord, man, look, the Lord is going to F you fake Israelites up, man. Everybody can be saved. The heathen will partake, man. Wow, man. Can't make this up, man. And Balak said unto Balaam, what hast thou done unto me? I took thee to curse mine enemies, and behold, thou hast blessed them altogether. And that's another thing too. These heathens know and look at you as their enemy. So are they trying to give you a piece of their pie? Are they showing you love? Are they showing you that you're accepted? No. Hundreds of years. Just alone in this captivity, they have not shown you that. They know who you are. Okay, their ancestors, maybe some of them now don't know, but their relatives that's 50, 100 years old, amongst some Moabites, they know. Everybody knows. And they didn't pull you to the side at the job or make a public announcement on their TV like, look, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native and Seminole Indians, you are the Israelites. It was just it was bothering us so bad that we just had to tell you, you're the Israelites. We couldn't sleep. It was just irking us so bad to get this off our chest just to tell you. They didn't do that. They applied pressure. They showed more hatred. They show you every single second of the day that you're their enemy. They only look at you as labor. How can you benefit them? They look at you as if you're the heathen and they're above you. And which in actual reality, a lot of you jakes really are heathen. You act like heathen. You love the customs of the heathen. You embrace it. And that's why the Lord's going to jack you up just like the heathens, man. Verse 12. And he answered and said, must I not take heed? Listen, this is a heathen. Must I not take heed to speak that which Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, have put in my mouth? So how come you niggas can't do it? How come you niggas that sold out can't take heed what the Lord said in our Bible, man? How? You want to, use wordplay and all this other stuff and talking about they can receive, man, they going into slavery, man. They going to get put in chains. Their kids are going to get sold to other nations, man. They're going to go through everything that we went through, man. What are you talking about, man? I'm offended. And I can't wait for the Lord to judge you niggas, man, because that's what you are, you niggas, man. They ain't give us no part of their blessing, man. No piece of their pie. They treated you like shit. And you really think that they're gonna have part of our power, part of our kingdom, man? Yeah, right. Ishmael castrated our men and made us watch our own women. So guess what? Ishmael gonna get it too. I'm gonna be popping they woman left and right. But Salakia, let me calm down, niggas. I'm getting hot. But you know what I mean. I'm gonna have they women left and right. Salakia. Because they got a lot of nice looking women. And I'm gonna have they women. I'm gonna have them guarding posts. And we ain't gonna do wicked stuff that y'all did to us. We're gonna do righteous stuff. And Salakia, forgive me. I'm just hot, man. It makes me hot, man. Explain this, man. Explain this. Who is this going to be brought upon, since the heathen is going to have part of our salvation? Matter of fact, let's look up that word salvation real quick, and forgive me, man. I ain't mean to go off like that. Forgive me. I'm just pissed. I'm tired of you simple jakes, man. Salakia. Grab this definition. I'm going to close out. Bear with me. It's always acting up. Look up this word salvation real quick. All right, here we go. Salvation. To the blue letter Bible real quick, and let's find this word out. Salakia. Okay. Go here real quick. Salakia. Got my Wi-Fi off. That's why. Shit. Turn my Wi-Fi back on. Bear with me, Salakia. Alright, what is that? Salvation. Look that up real quick. In the blue letter Bible, salvation, H3444, mercy. Alright, it says the biblical. I'll get the Strong's info in the biblical. It says the Strong's info, something saved, deliverance, victory, okay, help. So you mean to tell me that the heathen need to be saved? They need help? They need deliverance? Can't make this shit up, man. The biblical uses is salvation, deliverance, welfare, prosperity, deliverance, salvation by God, victory. So you mean to tell me that the heathen needs any of these things? The heathen need any of these things? It sounds like they already have their prosperity. And real quick, a little bit concerned real quick. Let me see the etymology. Let me see what it says in the etymology real quick. Man, this even proves the point. Salvation in the etymology online. It says the saving of the soul, deliverance from the power of sin, and admissions to eternal bliss. Who was that promised for? Who needs the saving of the soul from sin? Who was given the law? Who was the only nation that could sin? Could you explain that? Since you're talking about the other nations going to have salvation, could you explain that? You can't. But let's close out here, man. Niggas make me sick, man. Who is this going to be applied to since y'all say the nations are going to have salvation? This is Sirach 36, starting off at verse 1. Have mercy upon us, O Yahweh, power of all, and behold us, and send thy fear upon all the nations that seek not after thee. So is anybody seeking after the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob? Is anybody seeking after? Let's hold that and let's grab this. Let's prove my point. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 3, and I'm going to go straight to the point, verse 35 to 36. Or when was it that they which dwell upon the earth have not sinned in thy sight? Or what people have so kept thy commandments? Thou shalt find that Israel by name have kept thy precepts, but not the heathen. And also too, Amos chapter 3, verse 1 on down. So what are you talking about? Well, let's continue on. Sirach 36, verse 2 again. And send thy fear upon all the nations that seek not after thee. Lift up thy hand against the strange nations, and let them see thy power. As thou wast sanctified in us before them, so be thou magnified among them before us. And let them know thee as we have known thee, that there is no power but only thou, O Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. So we the only ones that know the Lord. We the only ones that know the Lord's wrath. We the only one that's been getting our asses whipped, belt to ass by and from Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. And now, this prayer right here is saying, bring the fear and your wrath upon the heathen. They haven't seeked you. This is a future prophecy right here, man. Continuing on. Verse 6, it's a cuss out. Show new signs and make other strange wonders which we're seeing today. Glorify thy hand and thy right arm, which is Yahweh Shai, okay? And they might set forth thy wondrous works, which we're seeing. Because this is a great awakening. This is a wonderful work being done by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, okay? Raise up indignation and pour out wrath, take away the adversary and destroy the enemy. So how is the heathen, our enemy, our adversary, going to partake in glory when this prophecy is saying that they're going to be judged? They're going to feel the wrath of our Heavenly Father, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. How? Make it make sense. Okay? Continuing on, verse 8. Make the time short, remember the covenant, and let them declare thy wonderful works. Let him that escapeth be consumed by the rage of the fire, and let them perish that oppress the people. What people? The people of Israel, man. So let them perish that oppress us, man. So how? Make it make sense. How are they going to be preserved? How are they going to be not judged? When prophecy, even Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 16, those that devour thee shall be devoured, man. And all these nations have devoured us, man. They all have partake in our affliction, man. They all have their feet on our neck and continue to apply pressure, man. I can't stand these heathens. Hey, look, man, I should have been. Hey, look, man, if I wasn't in the truth, man, I could have been an actor, man. I'm a hell of an actor, man. Real talk. I'm a hell of an actor around these heathens, man. And you know what that is also, too? That's a blessing from our forefather for being a supplanter. Okay? And that's what we do. Okay? We supplant these heathens, man, especially us in this truth, man. Okay? Verse 10. Sirach 36, verse 10. Smite and sunder the heads of the ruler of the heathen. That say, there is none other but we. Gather all the tribes of Jacob. No, all the tribes of Esau. All the tribes of the heathen. Let's read that again. Gather all the tribes of Jacob together, and inherit thou them as from the beginning. Listen. O Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, have mercy upon thy people that is called by thy name, and upon Israel, whom thou hast named thy firstborn. So what are you talking about, man? What are you talking about? You're going to be judged, man. You sellouts, you weak niggas that continue to indulge in niggerdom in this truth, that speak against Yahweh Yahweh Shai, you're going to be judged, man. I hope the money was worth it. I hope whatever you're doing to go against our Heavenly Father and His Son is worth it, man. Because the Lord is going to, man, the Lord got something for you, man. So, man, I don't want to rock this on again, man. Salakia, man, if I was out of line on anything, I meant no harm by it. Please forgive me. But other than that, I hope and I pray that this was edifying, uplifting, and informative to my true, sincere, beloved Aki and Wa'akwaf that ain't going to sell out. Okay? That want Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai to bring and place His vengeance upon our enemies that have continuously shown their hatred towards us. Salah. So with that, I'm just going to say, Kol Layim La, Abanawa, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rekat Kwadash, Watha Wada, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rekat Kwadash, for putting the Spirit on me, my elder apostles, elder bishops, elders, and brothers on down. Amen. Keep on bringing it out, brothers. Keep on speaking, declaring these words of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. We almost home, man. This is only temporal, only but for a moment. Salvation is near, man. Okay, we see it, we feel it, and the Lord is with us, man. Okay, everybody got to play their part. Better off them than us, man. Lord willing. Okay, Lord willing, we stay on track. All right. Abanawa Ratazah into the next one. Love y'all. So with that, I'm just gonna say, Shalom.